Hey, welcome back to another Netcast. I'm Rich Lopez, Quantrix Authority. Sincerely appreciate you joining me today for episode number 113. Reduce a matrix to show only the year I want. This is an answer to a question sent to me at quantrixauthority@gmail.com by Brad. Brad wants to know how he can show maybe just 1 year's worth of data when in a matrix maybe he has 4 years worth of data. And so to show that, Brad, I want to show you a couple things first. Let's say you have a matrix here that's got period, it's got region, it's got a metric of sales, and then it's got years of 2012 through 15. Okay. One way you could do this, Brad, is you could go ahead and you could just go ahead and create a view. And then within that view, and what a view does is it creates just kind of a carbon copy of the underlying matrix, and you do that by clicking this kind of ghost cube or matrix icon up here. But what happens is you can then take year over here and you can bring year to the filter tray and you can just display the year that you want to see there. Okay, that's one way to do it. Also, if you brought year back over here and say all you wanted to see was maybe 2015, you could right click and then you could say collapse everything but 2015. If I didn't want to see those hidden items, I could then say hide collapsed items, and then that little marker goes away. Now, that's a very simple way on how to do that. I want to show you a little bit more complex way, and this is actually a way that I do it at my current day job. And I kind of discovered this, kind of came to me like last October. I thought, hey, why don't you try this out? So I want to share it with you. So let's go ahead and close this. And let's say I have a matrix here that's got these years. And let's just say that I only want to show 2015. But as 2016 comes along, I don't want to have to fiddle around with views. I don't want to have to fiddle around with, say, another filter or anything like that. I don't want to have to fiddle around with collapsing or expanding items. How can I get really the current year to be, maybe the latest year? So what I would do is I would go ahead and I'd create at least one more matrix and probably two. I'd create this new matrix and I would call it, probably the year helper. So if I were to hit F5 here, or F6 rather, and bring up my model browser, I'd rename matrix 4 here. I'd call it uh, time selection maybe. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag year from this sales by region, by month, by year matrix that I have here. And I'm going to put year in here, and I'm just going to call this time. And I'm going to say that really, I'm going to call this CY. That's the year I care about. If there's the one maybe previous to the current year is PY 2014. And then with that, I'm going to build another matrix. Okay. And it's going to be matrix 5 here, as you can see. And in matrix 5, I'm going to go ahead and hide those from that underlying matrix. I'm going to call this maybe the view that I want to say. Let's say, we'll just call it the sales view, okay? Or let's just call it the sales matrix. Now with that, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and drag period in here from this master matrix here. And then also I want to drag in the region here. And I'm going to rename K. I'm going to just call him value, if you will, okay, or sales rather. And then what I want to do is I want to create another category, and I'm going to call it time. All right. And then I'm going to call this the current year. And if I have one before that, it's going to be called the previous year. And then what I do is it's very simple. I can go in here and with just a basic sum and a using as statement, I can go ahead and get whatever I indicate here as being CY or PY. What I mean by that is I would say sales is equal to the sum of the sales here, okay, using items as categories. So I go ahead and I say this item as this category here, right here of time. And what happens, because this matrix, this category is linked to this category, and then I just link the time category to this item here. Quantrix is amazing in the fact that it knows exactly what I want to accomplish, and it goes out and it actually sums the sales for the current year. So if I were to look at West over here, okay, I would see that sales for 2014 for period 1 are 267 and 267. That's what I'm seeing here. I would see that for East, if I were to go ahead and filter on East here, I would see 1458 and 1002, 1024. So you can see it's working exactly the way I would want it to work. If I wanted to say go ahead and maybe move these, okay, and I wanted to make maybe 2013 current year or in 2012 the previous year, I'd go ahead and just copy and paste those. 2013, you saw my numbers update automatically. East is 50 for 2013. It's also that for 2012. And then again, if Central 458, if I were to go here for 458 Central for period 1, I would see 458 and 1470. So again, all based off of what I'm able to input in here, I can then display in a separate matrix kind of the years that I want to see based off of the indicators I have here, as long as I have the time category being linked to this item of time over here with the using as. Anyway, I hope that's helpful, Brad. I think that that really enables scale and certainly some complexity within Quantrix Modeler. So I absolutely love this trick. Hope you find it useful. If you have any questions about this or anything else in regards to Quantrix, I hope that you'll reach out to me at quantrixauthority@gmail.com. I absolutely love Quantrix. I'm passionate about it, and I want to make you a Quantrix master. So please join me again for another episode of Quantrix Authority with Rich Lopez.